Dark side of the American miracle. What if I told you that the American miracle is a lie? Behind the facade of happy families and white picket fences lies a dark reality. A reality where children are forced to grow up too fast, where parents are too busy to spend time with their families, and where everyone is just trying to keep up with the Joneses. What if I told you that this way of life is taking a toll on our mental and physical health? That we're more anxious and depressed than ever before, and that our life expectancy is actually declining. It's what we all strive for. The idea is that anyone can make it in America if they just work hard enough. But what happens when the American miracle turns into a nightmare? For many Americans, the dark side of America's development is a reality. Economic inequality, racism, and violence are just a few of the issues that plague our country. And while some may try to ignore these problems, they only continue to grow. So what can be done to fix them? That's the question we'll be exploring in this video. We'll take a look at the root causes of these issues and some possible solutions. But first, we'll start with one of the most pressing issues facing our country today, which is economic inequality. In America, the rich are getting richer, while the poor are getting poorer. The top 1% of Americans control more wealth than the bottom 90%, and this gap is only getting wider. The inequality has a number of causes, but one of the most important is our tax system. The rich are able to take advantage of loopholes and deductions that allow them to keep more of their money. Meanwhile, the poor and middle class are stuck paying a higher percentage of their income in taxes. This inequality is not only unfair, but it's also bad for the economy. When the rich have all the money, they're not going to invest it in businesses or create jobs. That's why we need to reform our tax system to make it fairer for everyone. But tax reform is just one piece of the puzzle. We also need to address the issue of racism in America. Racism has been a part of our country since its founding. African Americans have been subjected to discrimination and violence for centuries. And while things have gotten better over time, racism is still a very real problem in America today. African Americans are more likely to live in poverty than whites. They're also more likely to be unemployed and to have lower paying jobs. And when they are employed, they're often paid less than their white counterparts. This inequality is not only unfair, but it also has a negative impact on our economy. If we want to create jobs and grow our economy, we need to make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed. And finally, we need to address the issue of violence in America. Violence is a serious problem in our country. Every day we see stories of shootings, stabbings, and other acts of violence. This violence takes a toll on our economy and our society as a whole. It's estimated that the cost of gun violence in America is $229 billion per year. That includes things like medical costs, lost productivity, and law enforcement costs. And that doesn't even begin to address the human cost of this violence. So what can be done to reduce violence in America? There's no easy answer, but one place to start is with our gun laws. In America, it's far too easy for people to get their hands on guns. We need to close the loopholes that allow people to buy guns without a background check. We also need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. These are just a few of the steps we can take to reduce violence in America. But if we're going to make progress, we need to start by having an honest conversation about these issues. Only then can we begin to find solutions that work for everyone. The way it has to be, that we can choose to live differently, slow down, and appreciate life more. Would you be interested in learning more about the dark side of the Americans? Hey, thanks for watching our video, Dark Side of the American Miracle. We hope you found this video informative and inspiring, and maybe even mind-boggling too. Hey, make sure you subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one, and we'll do it again soon. Thanks for watching.